Hi everyone, and Kika back again here. And so today it is going to be a special video. This is going to be a bit of a follow-up, let's say, to one of the videos that I hated the worst that I ever made, which was I think the title that I called it was I make a 72-hour survival bag or something like that. I'll show it up on screen right now. But yeah, that video was very bad. Honestly, it was extremely bad. It was in the last year because I thought, okay, I have to put out one video a week, which is still something that I think of to this day whenever I make these videos, one video per week, except for this week where I had a few complications. Usually I record these videos on the weekend, usually Friday night or Saturday morning, but I edit it Saturday afternoon, Sunday morning, and I upload it around there, or otherwise Sunday sometimes, on Monday sometimes, or sometimes even Saturday if I'm quick enough. But this time I had a few complications, which is why I'm actually holding up my phone here instead of setting it on my desk. Very quickly, I'm gonna turn the camera this way. Already here, you might have already seen, I put up this on my door for my closet here. I have put up a, not a chalkboard, a corkscrew board where I'm putting up pictures of me here when I was small, me in Ireland, me going to Los Angeles, and then these two here are from me with some friends, and then here plate that I bought as a souvenir when I went to Nikiri, which is where my mother was born actually, in Suriname. And also, oh, one of my favorite posters that I ever got. I think that cannon right now, that the tank is pointed directly to where I usually keep my computer. So that means whenever I'm playing my games, that tank is pointed directly towards my screen, so towards my enemy. Behind me, yeah, there's Mandalorian. And then afterwards, here, give me a second. Here, yeah, currently I'm watching Avatar The Last Airbender. I put up this, of course, because I'm a fan of Hokusai. But of course, I'm sure you've already seen this one here, the Star Wars one, the Star Wars poster that I keep. But now, one of my favorites, which is something that I put up, is right here, an actual whiteboard. Laugh! L is for lovers who love one another. A is for ass, of which I like to eat. U is for you're the only one for me. G is for the only gamer I see. And H is for happy, I always feel it when you put them together. What do you get? Laugh! Jacksepticeye. One of the funniest guys ever. But yeah, so today, like I said, this is going to be a follow-up video to one of my most hated videos ever. So basically, here enough tomorrow, I'm going to be leaving for a 3-day long hike, basically, with my Scouts band. Okay. And coincidentally, one of my favorite shops in the center of town here in Le Mans is called Khaki. And Khaki is a military surplus shop that we have here. I think it is the only military surplus shop in all of Sarthe, my county, or department if you're French. And so since they're closing down soon, not because of anything bad, it's because the guy who's running it is taking is finally, after 45 years, he's taking his, how would you say it in English? He's not taking leave, how would you say? He's retiring, there you go. Oh, shoot. Yeah, he's retiring, and so he's closing off the shop at the same time. And so that means that anything that he hasn't been able to sell right now is at 50% off. So I decided I was going to take 70 euros, and I will go and see what I can get for 70 euros. Fun fact, I'll be going there again soon with another 70 euros, but that's going to be late for later. And I got a lot of stuff. Here, I will show you, I will show them all to you one after the other. Yeah, basically I got all the pieces that you need for an actual bag, okay? And here actually, let me show you what it looks like when it's complete, my bag. Here it is. Wait a second. This here is what it looks like when it is complete. So I will show you every piece of it one after the other. And then yeah, I will show you what I look like with it on, and plus with my Scouts uniform on, because I also have to show you my Scouts uniform as well. Just FYI, very quickly, to actually film this video, this is the first time that I ever have to do this. I have actually built an actual like stand to put my phone upright. It's just one of the weirdest things. It is a tray that I use to actually put my computer on to elevate it, plus my printer on top, a book, a spare radio, a box of biscuits, plus some paracord. This is one of the funniest things I've ever seen. When you don't have to work, when you've got nothing professional, and so everything you have to do is all handmade. Okay, well, I'm gonna show you every part one after the other, and then we will look at it when it's all complete. Now, the first thing we're going to be looking at is this thing right here. So actually, these are two different products that I bought at the same time. We'll start off with the bag itself. Well, okay. What I'm using this for, basically, is this is supposed to be a pouch. I think I was said this is supposed to be holding for powder for when you do rock climbing. For any of you ever done rock climbing like me, you know usually you have this sort of bag where you put your powder on. That way you stick on better to surfaces. Yeah, I decided to use it as a pouch. So first of all, let's start with the pouch itself. On this side here, there's a small little pocket, which has got nothing in it. It's too small. But if ever need be, I would put something like a Swiss Army knife or something in it, if need be. Here, inside this pocket, I keep... There we go. A sort of Leatherman knockoff here that we have. So yeah, just a multi-tool, if ever need be. It's not my main multi-tool, that's why I keep it in here, which is why it can be a bit difficult to reach. And then here on this side, a normal Zippo lighter. No, not Zippo, a big lighter. Ugh. And then in here, so yeah, first of all, that's all. Two straps here on the side, which I used to then attach. If you see, it's attached that way on my bag. Then the canteen itself. So here, another pouch to put things in, but I find it too small, so I don't use it. Then if you open this, an actually good like water bottle or water canteen. Yeah, it's not my primary one. The water in there was just to show you. I'm gonna throw that out afterwards. For those of you who are wondering, my actual like everyday water bottle is right here. Yeah, there's a small difference in between these two. But yeah, that is the first pouch. Then if we move further down the bag, you find this little pouch here, which I also bought separately. Which I bought at the same time as all the other stuff. Most of the other stuff I bought it at the same time. But yeah, this here is just a little pouch, okay? This is my fire starter pouch. So everything that I used to make, most of the things that I used to make fire is in here. So if we start off here in the front, we've got an Altoids tin. And if you open it up, that is flammable string. I keep this is some disinfectant, but if in a pinch it can be used for fire. Of course, there's a lighter. Underneath, there are some waterproof matches, and then a cotton ball here. So it's a good way to start a small little fire. We'll just put that in real quickly. And then here, if I open up onto the main pouch in here, you have got here, first of all, my fire steel. As well as that, also on this side here, some fire starter that I got with a kit, one of the first ever kits I actually bought. And here was something that I also bought at Khaki not too long ago, which is an actual like magnesium rod, but like this one. But this one here is actually a thing that can hold, and it doesn't come with its own like piece here that you can use to scratch. So if need be, I can use it, or how it's supposed to be used. with a knife. Yeah, it is powerful. Don't. I should say this right straight out now. Actually, don't play with fire unless you know what you're doing. Okay, and I would not recommend it for small children. I would actually highly disrecommend it for children. I've actually been taught, and I actually passed my fire safety badge, and also I am the cook inside my group, inside my scouts group. So I'm the one who carries most of the fire stuff. But yeah. Now this thing was actually quite expensive. It was actually it was the second most expensive thing that I bought. It was 20 euros. No, 15 euros. So yeah, it's an actual like first aid kit. So first of all, let's start off here. This here actually came with it. This scratch on came with it, and I actually bought this one here at the same time. Quick thing that's very funny because of the color of it. So as you know, France's flag is blue, white, and red. But here, because of color palette that they have to use, it now looks like the flag of Belgium. You know, black, yellow, red. In both, this is green, not yellow, but still. Here at the bottom, this actually came with the kit. It's tool to actually stick onto things that doesn't have straps. It's that cannot attach all by itself to the straps. Again, here at the back, there are some extra straps to put it in. I forget what is the name for these things here. And now, let's open this up. So let's start with the things that I added myself. First of all, here's some Seldon which is basically against bug bites. So if ever a bug bites you. Then as well here, I always keep with myself some paracetamol. This is a Doliprane, so it's over-the-counter paracetamol, because I can sometimes have migraines every now and then, and I have headaches every now and then, so I keep them. Then also here, sorry, the lid comes off every now and then. This is my antiseptic disinfectant, because for some weird reason a first aid kit doesn't come in with disinfectant. Because most of this here is bandages, as you can clearly see. Bandages, band-aids, some first aid book to explain how it works. That's about it, yeah. So, yeah. Then here there's a little pocket on the side. But it's too big to fit this in, so I just put this in here. And then this here. It goes in here along with this. There you go. So yeah, that's my first aid kit that I keep. Now, I'm sure if you looked very closely, you saw that there were two knives that were stuck on each side. So this is the first one. This is a Puma knife. Yeah, it's one of my favorite knives that I own. And actually it is my primary knife. It is my current primary knife. And I really like it. It is very strong, very durable. There is a locking mechanism here to stop the blade from, going, meaning that if ever I want to close it up, I have to push this in first, push this aside, and then push the blade in. On this side here, first of all, here there's a cutter for, I think it's supposed to be done for seat belts, but I'm not sure. I don't use it. And then here is this is for glass breaking, so you would hold it like this, and if you had glass in front of you, that'll leave a mark. Yeah, it doesn't matter. But yeah, that's the first knife. And the second knife, which I got at Kaki actually, last time I went there, I got this knife for a bargain. This knife cost me only 10 euros, when normally it's supposed to be 20. Oh, I love discounts. So yeah, So this here was just this is just protection to keep it with a sheath. And then this knife. Oh my goodness. I have never had a double-bladed knife before. Like, compared to the first knife here, where it's only sharp on one end and not on the other, meaning you can actually hold it like this. This knife here, sharp on both ends. So meaning that you have to hold it like this. Yeah. I'm yet to use it yet. But yeah. They would like me to show my entire collection because I've got quite a nice knife collection. Just put on in, just leave a comment in the comment section saying that you would like to see it. Or if any of you actually see me in real life, you can also just tell me then. Now this next one wasn't bought at a shop actually. My parents are divorced and my mother's new boyfriend, he was actually in the military for a very long while. And so he still got some of his stuff, and he gave me a few things actually when he saw that I was building this bag. One of which being this small pouch itself, which is actually, if you check, reminds me a lot of this bag here actually. Except for the fact that this one actually has got a protection over it, like when you open it. With a scratch, but here as well, both of them, they've got cordage at the end, so you can close it up. Here as well, you can close it. But yeah, there you go. Digression set aside. This here is for my food. Well, not food, but for my cooking, not cooking utensils, but eating utensils. I don't carry the cooking utensils, even though I'm the cook. So, first of all, here's my plate. Used to be part of an actual, like, entire set. And this is supposed to be a frying pan, but I've had it for over 6 years now, and I lost most of the other stuff. This is one of the only parts that's left. Then also in here, I keep these at all times, which are metal chopsticks. Can I remember how to hold them? If any of you have ever used chopsticks, you're gonna say whether my form is good or not. I think I'm holding them correctly, I'm not sure. But yeah. So a lot of times when you're eating rice or anything, you'll actually see me using this. And if ever the chopsticks aren't good enough, well then I also have, if I can find it very quickly. Yeah, there you go. I also have got a spoon that I also keep to eat, if need be. And plus, yeah, if need be for cutting food, I also have this knife. The only thing I don't have would be a fork. But that's not a big problem. I like using my hands anyway, I wash them. Also inside of this bag here, there's some hand sanitizer, which I not only use to wash my hands, but also in a pinch can be very good to start a fire, to help start fire very quickly. Who would know that something that's had got alcohol in it would burn so quickly? I didn't know. Then this here is, of course, a cup that I have. So to drink water in it, I would pour water or even hot water off of the kettle. If we were building up, if there was a fire, I would pour hot water. But why would I pour hot water? Well, this is where this next part comes in, which is that I keep 3 tea bags on me at all times. To show you, they're all red berries, which is my favorite type of tea. So yeah, that goes in here. And the last thing inside this bag is a sponge. because because I like to keep it to wash all of my stuff afterwards once it's done. So yeah. The way this actually goes in is at first normally plate goes in at the bottom. It makes a good foundation. Then cup with tea bags and sponge go in afterwards. Then chopsticks go into the sides. Spoon and then gel. And then once all that is done, close it and then put it in. And then this cord here, I will put it like this. Stretch it out very quickly. Put the rest of the cordage in. Then close it. And of course I'm doing all of this while it's attached to the bag, so here on the side. So yeah, that is the last pouch that is on the outside of the bag, and that's not part of the bag itself. Very quickly, you would have seen that I also have got a blue thing on the side, a blue and yellow thing. That's my sleeping bag because basically for the next 3 days after this day of recording, which is on Monday, I'm recording this on Monday, Tuesday through Thursday, I'm actually going off to for a 3 day long hike. I don't know if I already said that or not, but yeah. So yeah, that's thing really quickly. Which is why actually there are a few things in here, like for example there's something for food here. That would actually be then replaced tomorrow by the actual food that we're going to get for 1 day. We don't carry 3 days worth of food, we only carry for 1 day, and then the Scouts leaders, they will come over in their cars, give us the food for the next day, and then just drive off and let us sleep outside. And also, if I'm just carrying a sleeping bag, that's because we carry minimum amount. So I just carry a sleeping bag, and then our scouts, and then the chief of our, I don't know how you'd say it in English. In French we say patrouille, notre patrouille, or platoon we would say. The commander of our platoon would carry then the tarp that will go on top of us to protect us from the rain, but around that there's nothing else. There's no tent for us. There's only tarp and string to cover ourselves. Yeah. Just FYI, I'm the second in command in my platoon, meaning that if he's not there, I will then have to carry it. So anyway, yeah. Let's start here off here at the front. Scratch. This came with it, Miltech, which is the name of the company. I don't know if you already saw it. So here, first part here, which is basically just small knickknacks that wouldn't fit directly inside. So first all here is a torch, their crank torch. So of course, for those of you who don't know, and then there's special mode here for the signal for help. There you go. Then here, which I actually use for when I do my swimming, which is a bit dumb because we don't do swimming, but I like to keep it, especially at night sometimes. They're ear, you put them into your ears, for ear stoppers. How's it called again? Protection for sound, basically. Sometimes at night I don't want to listen to people talking. Then here is some duct tape. Duct tape that's rolled in onto itself. This also came from a survival kit that I then raided. Just to tell you, the original survival kit was this. I took everything that I wanted out of it, and I threw out anything I didn't need. So yeah, this is just a bit of duct tape. Never know when you need a bit of duct tape. Then here, this is one of my favorite things. This is 2-in-1 toothpaste and mouthwash. So you use it to brush your teeth, and then you've got mouthwash at the same time. Speaking of, this is actually my travel toothbrush. It was actually part of an electric toothbrush, a spare part, but I then just took. So I just hold it like this, and then I brush my teeth. So yeah, there's that. Plus here, again, something that I bought when I was in Suriname. So on one side here, it's a nail clipper, but the reason why it's so big is because it also doubles as a bottle opener. No, I am not kidding. You can actually use this as a bottle opener. I would not recommend it. It is only... Actually, first of all, you'd hold it like this. But yeah. Also here is just a nail file, a small nail file. Then here, another apart from that rated survival kit I show you. Full fishing kit with the string, sinkers, and hooks itself. Everything that you need. You would either attach this bit here to like a stick or even to your finger. Although I wouldn't recommend your finger. That's all now that I think of it. Yeah. So that's the first pouch. Give me just a quick second to put everything in the bag. Now, the second piece, the second compartment that we're going to look at is this one right here, which is what I call my gaming compartment. Gaming in the sense of fun and games, not video games. So first of all here, this is the only thing that's not for gaming, which is a headlamp. Again, sometimes the buttons don't really work. Oh, sorry. I am sorry for all epileptic people that had to witness that. I am extremely sorry. But yeah. So that's the first thing. Then. Oh no, wait a second. That's not the game. That's not the games. That's not the game pouch. Sorry. This is the cartography pouch and redundancy pouch. So for example, here I've got a power bank which is solar powered. It is currently full. Then here on the inside, I also keep a spare eraser, a pencil, a Sharpie, a marker, and a pen. Then in here, I keep 2 different maps of France. Yeah, wait, the second one's in here. So this is this is my main map, which is a map of France from 2011. Although that doesn't really matter. You don't need one to be constantly up to date. You don't need current. This is already quite good. But the reason why I like this so much is because of these 2 things. First of all, it's water resistance, and also it's impossible to tear. Trust me. I've tried many times. You can just shuffle it, but you cannot tear it, which is why it's my main map. The reason why I keep a Sharpie here is for the secondary map, which is another map of France from... when is this one from? I forget. It's not very important. But this here is a map where you can actually draw on it. And this is also, I think if I remember correctly, yeah, this is actually a much more highly detailed map. Even if you just look at them side by side, you can actually see one's more detailed than the other. But anyway, yeah. So that's everything that's inside this pouch here. Let me put everything back in, and we'll move on to the actual games pouch instead of a fake one there. Alright, very quickly here on the side, another spare adapter. I don't know how you would call these actually. I just call these adapters, but I don't know how you would call them. Okay, now the last one here before we enter the main compartment is, like I said, actual gaming compartment. So here it's actually quite empty. Reason why is because I always like to keep a lot of a spare room in case. First of all, here a pack of playing cards. Then here a cable with adapters and also my USB-C cable. The thing is that we're allowed to bring these things and we're allowed to bring our phones with us as long as you don't use them constantly. We can use them for like an hour or two a day, but that's it. So we keep these in case if ever need be. And then in here I keep a small book that I keep with me. Pocketbook SAS survival guide that I keep with me at all times. This is one of the 2 survival books that I keep. Oh yeah. So yeah, not a lot of things for fun. Usually as well, I would actually also give me a second. Yep. In case of an emergency, I would also keep this radio with me. This radio actually doubles also as I actually got multiple modes if I put it on here very quickly. So we're already here USB because you can actually plug it into a USB port to recharge it and also to to play music. But also if I press on source, this has got a SD because I actually got an SD card slot also to listen to things. Bluetooth, as you can see, yeah, there's a little here blue light. So yeah, you can actually use this as a Bluetooth speaker. Auxiliary because of the jack of a 3 of a millimeter of a headphone jack. I'm gonna get there sooner or later. The headphone jack. That headphone jack, just I don't know if you can see, but it's for to put into your ears. I can't talk today. Let's stop that noise immediately. Let's switch this off. But also, it can also double in as a power bank as well. So not only can you use this here for USB, so you plug in a USB key, but also you can just plug in your phone and use it to recharge. So yeah, that would usually go in here. But right now I'm using it to stabilize my computer, my phone. My phone's about to fall there. Whoa, let's put you back. Oh. It'll be fine. So now, let's move on to the final compartment and the biggest compartment of all, which can also be labeled as the strangest. So, first of all, let's turn this over and let's actually look here at the side here, which is mainly just clothes, so pants and socks. Okay, now that that's done, let's go to the actually interesting bit, which is everything right here. So I start off from the bottom, let's make our way up to the top. Here at the bottom, for padding, but also for fire starting, is just paper. Spare paper that I keep, that I wrote on or that I did doodles on that I just want to throw away. So instead of putting them into the recycling bin, I keep them to start up fires. Also to start up fires, I have this, these, I don't know how you would call it in English. In French we call them sopalins. They're quite hard compared to normal like handkerchiefs. Whereas what you would use to like mop up water that's in the kitchen. But also, I also use this as makeshift toilet paper. Yeah, in case if ever need be, I always have got a big roll of makeshift toilet paper. Then here in the center, one of the favorite things that I bought when I was in America. I went to the US in 2018 and I bought this there. A LifeStraw. For those of you who don't know, a LifeStraw is one of the best filters, water filters you can get out there. Basically, you stick this part into dirty water, you stick this part into your mouth, and then you just use it as a straw. It shows you. Yeah. But yeah, I actually use this not too often, but every now and then I use it. And I just like having it, just in case. You never know. I'm someone who can be thirsty very quickly, so yeah, if ever need be, I always have it. And plus it's tucked in very well, very neatly, and doesn't take up too much space. So in here, this here, like I said, this entire spare place here would be where I would keep like food that it would give me. For months that I don't have food, I replace it with this can of cassoulet, which is just lentils and sausages. Actually, it's not even called cassoulet here, because cassoulet is actually made with beans, not lentils, but still, something applies. Then I keep one of my favorite biscuits here, Hobnobs, which will I actually bring with me. Spare biscuits if need be. And then here I keep some pickups, which would be what I would use for energy bars. They're basically like two long crackers with chocolate in the middle inside of it. So yeah, I would take one off, I would unpeel it and eat it on the way there, on to wherever we need to go. So yeah, space here to put food. And if you listen here, there's actually something here. Don't know if you can see it, but there is my Scouts book, which we call our wigwam. Don't ask me why it's called that. But yeah, this is my Scouts book that I keep. As you can clearly see, it suffered a lot. I've had this book for 6 years, and actually here, the back bit here the back cover has been torn off, and I actually had to put tape on it to protect it. We needed to start a fire in a hurry, and so I just decided to tear off the last bit here. But yeah, this book has actually seen better days. Oh my goodness. But yeah. So very quickly at the back, you've got like different things you can pass, different badges. And so yeah, I like to pass all of them if possible. I still got a long way to go, but already I've got this. I'm actually going to show you my uniform now, once I put everything back in. So yeah, let's put this in, and here, and boom, let's close this up. Now actually I'll show you how I set all of it up very quickly. So here, what on earth? Wait, what's that? Alright, that's yeah, sorry. You came in crazy there for a second, I forgot that there was a headlamp there, my headlamp that I showed you. Yeah, okay, so let's see, I'll show you how I put everything together. So, the first thing that I do is take the first aid kit, okay? It's gonna take up a lot of room here. So, but yeah, anyway. First things first, I will put this, I'll move this out of the way. It's gonna be simpler just to put it and then show you, otherwise it's gonna take up too much room. First things first, put the straps through. Oh my goodness, just pass through, will you? Strap number 1 done. I'm sorry, but you cannot see this. And there we go. Yeah. Just in the pasture, and so now we use these like buttons here on the side. I'm sorry that it is so close. To click them into place. There we go. And go on. There we go. So yeah, that here's the first aid kit. So yeah, sorry for the drop in the video quality. Then my knife then goes here on the sides. Then we're done here, and now we only go here onto each side. On this side over here, 1 second, let me put on some light. There we go. Come on, focus. There we go. Sorry for that. Yeah, so here on this side, first of all, we're going to remove this and actually put it in the correct way. But before that, we're going to pass this through the hole here. Bring this through, close it, then lock it in. That way I can still move a bit, but it won't move down too much. So that's the first part here. And then, wait a second, I'm trying to remember. Yeah, this is right side, so right side also has got my water bottle. So, and it goes, and then here, this is slightly tricky. Give me a second, I will turn this over. Yeah. Now, I'm not gonna suffer through just for this. Just for one extra strap, 2 is already quite good. Well, yep. And then here comes the more tricky part, which is actually putting them through. First one done, then second one. Also done. There you go. So yeah, now that's that done. Then here at the bottom, here, luckily this is just one strap, so it's going to go much quicker. You put it through here. This one, and then, oh, sorry for that. There we go. So that side's all done for. Now, on this side here, it's much easier to do. Here, on this side, all I have to do is just pass this through. Although this is also going to be difficult since the 2 straps are so close together, but these ones are also quite close together actually compared to the other one. So this is going to go much quicker and easier. In through those 2 it goes. In through those 2. This one goes. Okay. Pull them out. Put them in. And there we go. If I turn it over onto its side. There we go. The entire bag right there, all done. And so now here comes the part where I get to dress. Give me a second very quickly. I'll get that out of the way. So in here I have got a special shelf just for my scout stuff, which is composed of my hat plus my scarf, spare pair of gloves, my shoes, my whistle, and last but not least, my actual uniform. Along with that, I wear blue jeans, which is why I put them on, or even like in summer it would be blue shorts, but since right now it's quite cold, currently it's 8 degrees Celsius outside, yeah, I'm not gonna put those on today. Plus as well, you would also want to wear a belt. And if ever it gets cold, you wear coat, preferably not one that's too schön, but not too uitweer, for example. What I mean by that is not one that with a crazy color that you could easily see in the forest, which is why mine is green. Actually, this used to be a military coat, but I also got it at the military surplus store. But I think I got it in Germany. So warm. Yeah, and also here on my side, I wear a knife. An actual knife that I got when I was at the Royal Rangers. I think you have already seen this logo right here. If you follow my channel for a very long time or just watch my original videos, back 2 years ago. Oh my god, it's been 2 years already? Well, almost 2 years this year. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I was in Germany when I recorded my first videos on this channel, actually. Oh, that's gonna be cringe. I am actually going to try to do a recap of every single video on the date that I uploaded my first channel, so my first video on the channel, so around July, more or less, you're gonna see that video. I don't remember exactly when, but yeah, this logo here is the logo for the Royal Rangers, which was the name of the scouts group that the family that I was staying with in Germany were part of. And so I paid to get a knife from their group that I keep whenever I go off to anything that's related to the scouts. I put it on today because I knew I was going to do this, so I thought, it's going to go quicker just to have it on me. But yeah, I'm going to get dressed for that. Yeah, I'm going to get dressed very quickly. So yeah, this is the shirt that I'll actually wear. Oh wait, oh shoot! I actually got my watch stuck here when I was putting on the last button here. There you go. Move it a bit more out. Yeah, that's English. Move it a bit more out. I'm right-handed, but I always find it difficult to put on buttons on my left-hand side. Also here, usually here in this pocket, it's right here actually, I keep a secondary Altoids tin that's also filled with fire starter and essentials. That way, instead of having to go open up and get it out, I have a secondary one right here at all times. So actually, yeah, let's close this up and let's actually keep it. I had to get it out because I use it to make a fire here out in my garden to do like a bit of a barbecue. Barbecue in winter, yeah. Well, not in winter. I mean, it's February after all, but still. Barbecue in 12 degrees weather is not ideal. But why? We just wanted to. That's why. We felt like it. So yeah, I'm going to go very quickly before we can... No, actually, I'm going to do once I finish everything else. So now, next part should be this. My scarf. Then my whistle. And I just put on my shoes. I don't have to. I mean, it's not like you are gonna see my shoes. It's just I felt like it. The shoes, by the way, if you're wondering, they're Timberlands. I'm not gonna do the laces, I just want to put them on, that's all. Yeah. And then finally, since it's cold weather out, I put on these gloves. So yeah, also these are very good for gardening actually. But yeah, I'll take them off. These are only for when it gets very cold. So yeah, this here is what a Scouts would look like when I'm out and about, when it's not cold. That one is cold. I'll put this on here. Very quickly here. I'm gonna wear this tomorrow, so I'll just show you what I keep in these pockets here before taking it off and going on to my shirt underneath. So in here, of course, I keep a mask. Still COVID, so always keep a mask with you at all times. Washed. This one has been washed recently. Then keep my wallet in case, because sometimes, you're walking and then you pass through by a little village and, you want to buy something, like here we've got a lot of butcher shops and bakers. Let's say that, for example, you want to buy some ham, for example. You want to buy some ham and some bread at the butchers and then at the bakers. You do that. And here on the sides, I also keep hand sanitizer as well. Always good to have redundancies. And 3 pickups. Just for the energy, if need be, for tomorrow. Yeah, I'm prepared for tomorrow. So yeah, that's what I keep here. So, already let's start from top to bottom. So I fall here on the hat. The hat is a hat. There's no. I forget. I forget the symbolism. I'm not a very good scout. Okay, I forget the symbolism behind the hat. Okay. I know that Lord Baden-Powell had a hat like this, and so yeah. Like I said, I am very bad, and I learned the entire history of Baden-Powell because you have to. It's one of the things to get to one of these badges right here. But I did that 2 years ago and I forgot things since. So yeah, but anyway. Then here at the front, this little badge here is not something that you get immediately. Usually it's supposed to, there's nothing until you pass what's called your promise, in which you promise to obey the 3 laws of the Scouts. Well, no, you promise 3 things. You promise to, translate it very quickly. First of all, the first thing you have to promise that you will listen to the voice of God. Second, in my trip at least, I don't know whether if you do scouts, if for you in your trip it's different, but with me it's first of all you have to listen to the voice of God. Secondly, you have to obey the laws of a scout. Then thirdly, you have to promise to be a good person. Basically, I'm simplifying it very quickly, but yeah. Then once you do all those 3, you get this thing here. If you check already, first of all, here there's a clover and a leaf flower. Okay. Funny enough, this flower here was actually the symbol of the French royal family for a very long time. But this represents but here the clover represents the Girl Scouts and the leaf represents the Boy Scouts. The cross of Jesus, and then the book which represents the Bible. For those of you who don't know, I'm atheist, but, well, more agnostic, really. I consider myself to be more agnostic than atheist. But I grew up in a Protestant family. My parents aren't Christian, but my grandparents are. And I used to go to church every Sundays. And I also did Bible studies. So let's just say that I know very well the Bible. And I also find that the Bible is a good book overall. I don't believe all the things in it. I definitely don't believe. But like the values that it teaches you is very good. I'm not going to try to dive into that because I don't want to have to deal with what's going to happen afterwards. But yeah, that's just my personal take, that's all. Then the whistle here, which I used to do Morse code. And then I forget the Y. I did Anthony all the way up to N, but then I forgot Y. It's annoying that I can't remember the Y. But yeah. And then here, the scarf. And I take off the scarf very quickly. The scarf right now, as you can see, is 2 colors, brown and yellow. That's because I'm part, here we are in Le Mans, and basically our group in Le Mans, our name is the Sycamore. The Sycamore. Professor Sycamore! But yeah, and so these are the colors that were decided for our group here. Then let's go on to the actual shirt. So, as I show you, that's the Altoidston. Then here, this is the name of our movement, EEF, Éclaireurs Évangéliques de France. Evangelical Boy Scouts of France, or the French Evangelical Boy Scouts. You get to decide whichever way you want to read it. And then here you've got the logo of the movement, which you then have here again, the same logo. Again, same thing. Girl Scouts, Boy Scouts, the cross, the Bible. But then here, as you can see, the green, which represents that we are in love with nature. And then the knot around, which symbolizes the friendship, especially with the knot here at the end. I don't know if you can actually see this very well. But yeah, it's supposed to be what we call a flat knot, a nœud plat. Okay. Then here on the side, well, actually we'll start with this side because this side is much easier. So first of all, here it is the name of our trip. So yeah, so here, if I read here, group Le Sycomore, the Sycamore, and then because we're so yeah, our name, the name of our group Sycamore, and then Le Mans. So where I am, Le Mans, and then 72. Right? Yes, 72 because that's the number of our county, or as we call them, departments. I'm in the department called La Sarthe, which is the 72nd department. So that's how we get 77, 72. Yeah, 72nd. So if ever I pass by, people can notice immediately where I am. And then this here, I love it. This is the symbol of our group, the Sycamore. So this is the symbol of our movement as a whole in all of France, and then this is the symbol for our group here in Le Mans. Then let's move on to this side, which is going to be much easier. Here I have got the new logo for for our movement, la Fédération du Scoutisme Évangélique Français. So you've got the EEF, and then you've got the FSEF, which is the new name for the EEF. Well, actually, I forget. Okay, I forget. Don't ask me. Then here again, you also got a flat knot and a plat to symbolize friendship. Then these two here are the only badges I got for the moment, because in 6 years I just didn't feel like doing it. And then I realized, wait, when did I start doing it? So 12? No, 4 years actually. If it's going to be my 5th year. Not 6 years, 5 years. If it's going to be my 5th year soon. I wasn't that interested, and then I realized, wait, I'm 16, and in 2 years I'm going to be 18. In 2 years I'm leaving. I have to get all of these badges soon. I'm a completionist, god damn it. I've waited long enough, I have to pass them all. So yeah, from one, these are the only two I have. So this here, this is what's called the port de hache, the hatchet holder. I don't know how you would translate it. This shows that I know how to use tools, like sharpened tools. If you don't have this, then you're not allowed to use a sharpened tool. So, for example, a saw or a hatchet or anything to use for wood, or anything anything to cut down, to flatten out, or to do anything, you're not allowed to. Anything that's got a blade, even like this knife here. If I didn't have this, I wouldn't be allowed to hold it. Okay. And the last thing here, which is my étape éclaireur, my Boy Scouts stage. Which basically shows, okay, I have a long list of things that I have to do, that I have to qualify for doing it, and basically by having it, it shows that I know most of the basics. Actually not most, I know all of the basics, meaning that everything that has got to do with Scouts, I know the basics of. I know the basics of first aid, fire starting, food preparation, cutting down woods, finding the difference between the different types of wood, how to start a fire, all of that, okay? All of those basics, so not like the hard things, like for example, when you cut down a tree, putting it in a way so that way the two pieces of the two branches, or like the two logs stick in each other without using any sort of cordage. Or for example, looking at a footprint or a print in the mud and knowing exactly what animal, I don't know how to do that. That's not the basics, basically. And last thing here, the thing I'm most proud of, are flow. Already there's a little problem here. Normally, if you check here, it's like whitish. It's supposed to be silver, or gray at least. Basically, this shows that I've been warriorized. In our group, in our movement in the EEF, after a certain amount of, actually I'm not allowed to say, yeah, after a while, if you have got what's called the warriors, okay? The warriors are the utmost rank of like trust, okay? If you're a warrior, that means that we can trust you with absolutely everything, okay? Anything and everything has got to do, it is trustworthy. So to do that, you have to pass by a test. The thing is that I'm not allowed to talk about the test, and I'm not even allowed to tell how you're supposed to, how you get to be chosen to become a warrior. But yeah, once you do that, you get to hold the two colors of your platoon. Okay, so I am part of what's the Falcon platoon. I am second officer in the Falcon platoon. I was one of the first to be warriorized. Actually, I was the second person ever to be warriorized in our platoon. And our platoon, the two colors are red and gray. I can try to find again later on, but not right now. I don't feel like going back and opening up my wigwam. Why we chose red and gray? We chose it like 4 or 5 years ago, actually. Forgot since, but yeah. This is the flow, which shows I am one with a flow. Also, just here, fun fact, I don't know if you can see here, but here in the back, there's a little hole. That is a memory of the first ever fire that I helped build, where I did such a bad job at a piece of hot wood, it was able to go through and hit me here in the back. But yeah, that's it. Then just here, belt, jean, Timberland. But yeah, now I'm gonna show you. I put back on scarf. I put back on hat. I put back on coat. And I put back on the gloves. Okay. This is how I look for a moment. Now I'm going to put on my bag. I'm going to show you what I look like with the bag on. Okay. So now you will know what I'll be looking like for the next 3 days. So, yeah. This is going to be fun. Oh, I'm gonna love going off tomorrow. So, yeah, this is it now. I'm gonna try and edit this as quickly as possible to get it out at least tonight or tomorrow morning. So, yeah. This has been so fun to record, actually. This has been extremely fun to record. So, yeah. Let's take this off now. Well, see you. Goodbye, everyone. Wish me luck for the next 3 days. No hot shower, no warm place to sleep, just out. I'm gonna be stinking by the end of this. Okay, well, bye.